and gentlemen, we are back with another one. It is the first snow of the season, happened last night, so it's a little cold. That's not going to be running the entire time because otherwise you guys won't be able to hear me over that. Let me let it warm up a little bit, put my stuff together, and we'll be right back. All right, so in our last episode, you saw that we went to Pennsburg, Harry's You Pull It, and we picked up a bunch of stuff for Commanders. We picked up a pile of parts. I got a dashboard, you know, got a grill. I think I showed all that. Got a bunch of cheap Comanche parts as well, but that's not what we're here to do today. Today, one of the things I didn't show that I grabbed is, well, turn your Commander from that, with nothing there, into that, installing the grab handles. These grab handles usually only come on the Hemi Overland or any Hemi equivalent one. They are very secure, but they don't get secure by just slapping them on. There are a couple of prerequisites that you need before you even start this job that you have to grab off of your donor. So let's take a look at that. And this is going to be what is required for this job. You can't even get away with some of these parts. You need all of them. When you're grabbing these off of any junk Commander, make sure that you grab the top, the bottom, this panel, and obviously your grab handle. Also, don't forget to get your bolts. And these are not going to help us because these are very one-time use, but I'm going to show you how these figure into the whole deal, and they can be quite a pain. Also, something you'll need is, this is a rivnut tool. I bought this from Harbor Freight, and it was 50 bucks. And only thing I'm using out of it is these M6 rivnuts and this tool. And then this is going to go literally on the shelf, and it'll add to the junk pile. Roof rack soon to come. Anyway, so you will require these things before you even start. So if you start watching this video and you don't have these parts, stop watching this video, go get the parts, and come back. I didn't see anybody go into this on how to add this to your Commander if you don't have it already. So I thought this might be a good video to show you guys how to put this on. As you can see, I've already done the one side. It's very straightforward. It's very easy. The only other thing I'd recommend is, because you can't reuse these, I have one of these tools, which you'll see is going to be very pivotal, and a nice pack of assorted, I don't know, pin rivets, containers, blah blah blah. This was a couple dollars off Amazon, came with this tool. I'll put a link in the description below. So the back of any standard Commander, and the parts that we need to know about right now. As you can see, I don't have anything installed here on this side because this plastic needs to get moved around a little bit, but here we have them here and here on this side. Now, when you don't have grab handles, it ends up all being one piece. Now, this is garbage, already was broken at the top, so I needed to replace it anyway. But this is the factory one, and these are the Overland handles, and I could really wrench on it. They don't come off, but that's not easy to do. So let's see how to get this done. And before we get started, like any good YouTuber would do, I'm gonna ask you to go click the subscribe button, maybe even the like button on this video. Lets YouTube know that this video was good, it taught you something, and you liked it. And if you didn't like it, then don't. Get down there in the comments section and tell me how I can make it better. So first things first, you're gonna need your pry tool, and this is not for the faint of heart because you are going to have to break these old Bad Larrys off. Now, I can try to do this one-handed, get this under there. Oh, by the way, this little pivot here, that saves your panels a little bit. Not that we're going for restoration points here, because this is literally going to be my camping slash overlanding slash all-purpose vehicle, but we don't want to ruin things that we don't have to. See, boom, comes apart, comes right out. Is that second verse, same as the first. Get underneath it this time, like this. I'll tell you what, That side came out a lot easier than the other side, and we might even be able to reuse those. So collect your parts if you can. I mean, honestly, this is not what happened last time. Anybody see where that bottom one went? Can you see it on the camera? I bet you're looking at it right now. You're saying it's right there. It's right there. How many of you said it was under here? Well, thank you very much. So this makes this kind of simple. We should be able to just go. I should be able to go. Well, we should be able to go. And off it comes. This actually came out in pretty good shape. So you'll notice a couple of things different. So there's our factory. And here's what's going to replace it. And as you can see, we've got a hole here that lines up and a hole here that lines up. That's pretty good. Rivet's pretty good on that one. And once again, we saved the rivet on this one. We're missing that guy right there, which is fine because it's still on the truck. And more importantly, take this opportunity to clean out your schmutz. We can't just install this on those rivets. Well, you know, I'll tell you what, we probably could, and the first time you went to pull it, it would come right off and you would probably get hurt. So we have to do a little prep work. Wow, what a mess. Well, first things first, let's get these out since we're not going to need these. And remember to use your little button to pry against. Standard body clip, there we go. I don't know where that went. All right, once again, top one, let's get working on that. Come on. Come on out. Hiya. Come on. Now, if you notice, behind here is a hex. I don't know if there's a hex behind here. I can't tell you that. I'm not quite sure. But I'm not about to go find out because these are a pain to get out, and I'm sure they're a pain to get back in. But that's a hex, and that's a hex. Now, here's where expensive tools come into play that you could try to save yourself $50. I don't know if the quality from an Amazon tool is going to be the same. Again, Harbor Freight, not a sponsor. If you wanted to, I'm available. If you could avoid spending the $50 on the Doyle tool, you'd be better off than me. I didn't know the size of the bolt. I was too lazy to find out. And we were at Harbor Freight. They had the cheap one and they had the more expensive one. Buy once, cry once. What you need to get yourself is this Doyle rivnut tool with these heavy duty rivnuts. These are a lot better than the aluminum ones that come with the cheaper version. These are probably, I don't know what kind of metal these are, but it's stronger. That's all that matters. You change this. These are all your different adapters for your different size rivnuts. I'm going to cheat a little bit and tell you that we need M6. You'll see how that all works out in about 2 seconds. You have to have these. There's no way around this unless you want to, well, I don't even know what else you could do to get threads on there that you could bolt to with your handle. But for this, simply you remove this collet up here. This collet then unscrews, comes off. You change your bit out to the bit you need. They look a bit like this. You put that in. You put your top on top, see? And then you have your rivnut tool. Just like a wine cork removal, you turn this guy, you thread this on. All right, you guys should see the janky setup I have, just so I can show you how this works. If this falls over, I'm sorry, we've failed. Open tool like this, push all the way into the hole, squeeze, oh yeah. And you know what, give it a little extra tug. And then unthread. Whoa. Look at that. Now we do the same thing up top. Once you get past a certain point, it basically gives you no trouble. And there you go. You got a threaded hole there and a threaded hole there, and they are secure in the body where they're not going to come off anytime soon. And the next thing we do is put on the plastics, but as you can see, we already have one there, one there. So we'll remove this bottom one and we'll utilize what's here for the top one. Put that on our fulcrum spot. Oh, I did the wrong one. This one goes bonsai. No problem. solution. Last time we'll see behind here for a while. Actually, that's a total lie. I'm gonna take this one off when we get done with this video because I want to paint it. I don't like chrome. I don't know about you guys, but I think chrome sucks. You guys like chrome? Well, that's on you. I don't like chrome. We're gonna reuse our clips from before because we were lucky enough to save those. And one over here. They're like factory. But now for the main event. Get them started on the threads first. They do have a pilot tip on them, but I don't trust the pilot tip because I had one of them start to cross thread on me before, and that wasn't fun. This is a T27, by the way. Now finish off your install with your little trim pieces. This guy goes down here. This guy goes up here. Wrong side. Turn it around. And I did manage to save those other clips, so we can put all of them in. And it looks like a factory install. Look at that. Perfect. Very nice. This one makes noise. And this one doesn't. But that's how to change your commander to have grab hooks, grab bars, whatever you call them, on the back. And I think it cost me like $40. The most expensive part was this Doyle tool, which I probably will never use again. We do have some projects in the Wrangler for the tailgate that might require the rivnut tool, so it's not a complete waste. And I'm sure there's a Cherokee project in there somewhere. And that was pretty simple. That was an easy job. We kind of got that knocked out in about 20 minutes. I think it took me longer to set up the camera than it did to put the damn thing together. It's done. It's cold. I really want to turn the heater back on, so I think we're going to end it here. But I do have some bonus content, something I found. Again, I'm not really huge on commanders. I have this one and I really like them, and now I'm doing a lot with them. But one of the things I found is that the 2006 that this is has the two-tone dash, but if you look in here, it's smooth plastic. But the 2007 has dimples in it. But it's little things like that make me really, really happy. Anyways, that'll do it for us today. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching, and maybe you learned something. If you did, like I said, get down there and hit that like button. Just, please, please work smarter, not harder.